He lived with his wives and performed the Vedic rituals just to show less intelligent persons that the Supreme Lord is never impersonal. Krishna lived with wives and children in all opulence, exactly like an ordinary conditioned soul, just to teach those souls who are actually conditioned that they must enter into the family circle of Krishna, where he is the center. For example, the members of the Yadu dynasty lived in the family of Krishna, and Krishna was the center of all their activities. Yeah, we visited the place where Duryodhan created the palace with the lake. So his intention was to burn them, all the Pandavas. That place is there. Very old temple of Lord Ramchandra is also there. And there is a tunnel. That priest says that there is a tunnel from where Vidura instructed Pandavas to escape from that house. And they have closed that entry to the cave. But if you go on the other side, where the caves open up, they say still that part is little open. Haribol. So we can see that even though the Pandavas were family member, it's Krishna is showing us that really it's not that we should live very happily, but all this difficulty must come in our life, and that's enhance our devotion toward Krishna, because we will become more and more surrendered to the Krishna rather than taking different shelters. So renunciation is not as important as enhancing one's attachment to Krishna. The Krishna conscious movement is especially meant for this purpose. We are preaching the principle that it does not matter whether a man is a sannyasi or a grihastha. One simply has to increase his attachment for Krishna, and then his life is successful. Following in the footsteps of Lord Sri Krishna, one can live with his family members or within the society or the nation, not for the purpose of indulging in sense gratification, but to realize Krishna by advancing in the attachment for him. There are four principles of elevation from conditioned life to the life of liberation, which are technically known as Artha, Kam, and Moksha. Religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. If one lives a family life following in the footsteps of Lord Krishna's family members, one can achieve all four of these principles of success simultaneously by making Krishna the center of all activities. It is already known to us that Krishna had 16,108 wives. All these wives were exalted, liberated souls, and among them, Queen Rukmini was the chief. After Rukmini, there were 7 other principal wives, and the names of the sons of these 8 principal queens have already been mentioned. Beside the sons born of these 8 queens, Lord Krishna had 10 sons by each of the other queens. Thus, altogether, Krishna's son numbered 16,108 times 10. one should not be astonished to hear that Krishna had so many sons. One should always remember that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and that he has unlimited potencies. He claims all living entity as his sons. So the fact that he had 161,080 sons attached to him personally should be no cause for astonishment. Among Krishna's greatly powerful sons, 18 sons were Maharathis. The Maharathas could fight alone against many thousands of full soldiers, charioteers, cavalry, and elephants. The reputation of these 18 sons are very widespread and are described in almost all the Vedic literatures. The 18 Maharathis' sons are listed as Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Diptima, Bhanu, Shamba, Madhu, Bruhad Bhanu, Chitra Bhanu, Vrukra, Aruna, Puskara, Vedabahu, Shrutadev, Sunandana, Chitrabahu, Virup, Kavi, and Nyagrudha. Of these 18 Maharathas, sons of Krishna, Pradyumna is considered the foremost. Pradyumna happened to be the eldest son of Queen Rukmini, and he inherited all the qualities of his great father, Lord Sri Krishna. He married the daughter of his maternal uncle, Rukmi, and from that marriage, Anuruddha was born. Anuruddha was so powerful that he could fight against 10,000 elephants. He married the granddaughter of Rukmi, the brother of his grandmother Rukmini. Because the relationship between these cousins was distant, such a marriage was not uncommon. Aniruddha's son was Vajra, and when the whole Yadu dynasty was destroyed by the curse of some Brahmanas, only Vajra survived. Vajra had one son whose name was Pratibahu. The son of Pratibahu was named Subahu, and the son of Subahu was named Santasena, and the son of Santasena was Satasena. Wonderful lineage. It is stated by Sukadeva Goswami that all the members of the Yadu dynasty had many children, just as Krishna had many sons, grandsons, and great-grandsons. Each one of the kings named herewith also had similar family extensions. Not only did all of them have many children, but all were extraordinarily rich and opulent. None of them were weak or short-lived. And above all the members of the Yadu dynasty were staunch devotees of Brahminical culture. This is what Prabhupada intended to do, to create the Brahminical culture. It is the duty of a Kshatriya king to maintain the Brahminical culture and protect the qualified Brahmanas. And all these kings discharge their duties rightly. The members of the Yadu dynasty were so numerous that it would be very difficult to describe them all. even if one had a duration of life of many thousands of years. Srila Sukdev Goswami informed Maharaj Pariksit that he had heard from reliable sources that simply to teach the children of the Yadu dynasty, there were as many as 38,800,000 tutors or acharyas. If so many teachers were needed to educate their children, one can simply imagine how vast was the number of family members. Hari Bol. As for their military strength, it is said that King Ugrasena alone had 10 quadrillion soldiers as personal bodyguards. The kingdom is so beautiful. They have made me the ginger tea because still I'm coughing, but what can be done? Before the advent of Lord Krishna within this universe, there were many battles between the demons and the demigods. Many demons died in the fighting, and they all were given the chance to take birth in high royal families on this earth. And because of their royal exalted post, all these demons became very much puffed up, and their only business was to harass their subjects. That's why too much opulence is not good. Those opulence will devour our devotion to Krishna. So if some opulence come in our life, we should be extremely careful how to use that opulence. Just engaging in Krishna service, otherwise it can create a havoc in our life. We have seen example after example. Because of the royal exalted post, all these demons become very much puffed up, and their only business was to harass their subjects. Lord Krishna appeared on this planet just at the end of the Dwapar Yuga to annihilate all these demoniac kings. As it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinakshaya cha dushkrutam. Quote, the Lord comes to protect the devotees and annihilate the miscreants. Unquote. Some of the demigods were asked to appear on this earth to assist in the transcendental pastime of Lord Sri Krishna. And when Lord Krishna appeared, he came in the association of his eternal servitors. But some of the demigods also were requested to come down to assist him. And thus they took their births in the Yadu dynasty. The Yadu dynasty had 101 clans in different parts of the country. All the members of these different clans respected Lord Krishna in a manner befitting his divine position. And all of them were his devotees, heart and soul. Thus, all the members of the Yadu dynasty were very opulent, happy, and prosperous. And they had no anxieties because of their implicit faith in and devotion to Lord Sri Krishna. They were never defeated by any other kings, and their love for Krishna was so intense that in their regular activities, in sitting, sleeping, traveling, talking, sporting, cleansing, bathing. They were simply absorbed in thought of Krishna and paid no attention to bodily necessities. Haribol. That is the symptom of a pure devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. We should have complete faith in Krishna. Just as when a man is fully absorbed in some particular thought, he sometimes forgets his other bodily activities. The member of the Yadu dynasty acted automatically for their bodily necessities, but their actual attention was always fixed on Krishna. Their bodily activities were performed mechanically, but their minds were always absorbed in Krishna consciousness. So, this is the clue. They are giving us the information despite living our materialistic life, how we should be absorbed in the thought of Krishna. Srila Sukadeva Goswami has concluded the 90th chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam by pointing out 5 particular excellences of Lord Sri Krishna. The first excellence is that before Lord Krishna's appearance in the Yadu family, the river Ganga was known as the purest of all things. Even impure things could be purified simply by touching the water of the Ganges. This super excellent power of the Ganga water was due to its having emanated from the toe of Lord Vishnu. When Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Vishnu, appeared in the family of Yadu dynasty, he traveled personally throughout the kingdom of the Yadus. And by his intimate association with the Yadu dynasty, the whole family, what happened? But when Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Vishnu, Haribo, appeared in the family of the Yadu dynasty, he traveled. Why this music gets stopped? Okay. But when Lord Krishna, the Supreme Vishnu, appeared in the family of the Yadu dynasty, he traveled personally throughout the kingdom of the Yadus. And by his intimate association with the Yadu dynasty, the whole family not only became very famous, but also became more effective in purifying others than the water of Ganga. Haribol. The next excellence of Lord Krishna's appearance was that although he apparently gave protection to the devotees and annihilated the demons, both the devotees and the demons achieve the same result. Lord Krishna is the bestower of 5 kinds of liberation, of which Sayujya Mukti, or the liberation of becoming one with the Supreme, was given to demons like Kamsa, whereas the gopis were given the chance to associate with him personally. The gopis kept their individuality to enjoy the company of Lord Krishna, but Kamsa was accepted into his impersonal Brahman Jyoti. In other words, both the demons and the gopis were spiritually liberated, but because the demons were enemies and the gopis were friends, the demons were killed and the gopis were protected. The third excellence of Lord Krishna's appearance was that the goddess of fortune, who is worshipped by the demigod like Lord Brahma, Indra, and Chandra, remained always engaged in the service of the Lord, even though the Lord gave more preference to the gopis. Haribol. Lakshmiji, the goddess of fortune, tried her best to be on an equal level with the gopis, but she was not successful. Nevertheless, she remained faithful to Krishna, although she generally does not remain in one place, even if worshipped by demigod like Lord Brahma. Lakshmi Devi is Chanchal. Haribo. Haribo. And the fourth excellence, let me turn on the music. Haribo. Fourth excellence of Lord Krishna's appearance concerns the glories of his name. It is stated in the Vedic literature that by chanting the different names of Lord Vishnu 1,000 times, one may be bestowed with the same benefit as by thrice chanting the holy name of Lord Ram. And by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna only once, one receives the same benefit. In other words, of all the holy names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, including Vishnu and Ram, the holy name of Krishna is most powerful. The Vedic literature therefore specifically stresses the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya introduced this chanting of the holy name of Krishna in this age, thus making liberation much more easily obtainable than in other ages. In other words, Lord Krishna is more excellent than his incarnations, although all of them are equally what happens. Haribo. Okay. What is happening to my phone? Something beyond our control, huh? So the holy name of Krishna in this age, thus making liberation much more easily available than in other ages. In other words, Lord Krishna is more excellent than his incarnations, although all of them are equally the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the fifth excellence of Lord Krishna's appearance is that he established the most excellent of all religious principles by his one statement in Bhagavad Gita, that simply by surrendering unto him, one can discharge all the principles of religious rites. In the Vedic literature, there are 20 kinds of religious principles mentioned, and each of them is described in different shastras. But Lord Krishna is so kind to the fallen conditioned souls of this age that he personally appeared and asked everyone to give up all kind of religious rites and simply surrender unto him. It is said that this age of Kali is 3/4 devoid of religious principles. Hardly 1/4 of the principle of religion are still observed in this age, which is truthfulness. But by the mercy of Lord Krishna, not only has this void of Kali Yuga been completely filled, but the religious process has been made so easy that simply by rendering transcendental loving service unto Lord Krishna, by chanting his holy names, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So nice to hear wonderful devotees are pronouncing so nicely, you know. You can hear the 8-time Hare. What a nice way to associate with the devotees, you know, when they are chanting so nicely. This is the highest fortune for all the devotees. All of them are taking more than 10 minutes. You know, whoever I ask them, everybody is taking more than 10 minutes. Wonderful. And by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they will be transferred to the highest planet within the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan. Haribo. Considering all this, one can immediately appreciate the benefit of Lord Krishna's appearance on the earth and understand that he is giving relief to the people of the world by his appearance was not at all extraordinary. Srila Sukadeva Goswami thus conclude his description of the super exalted position of Lord Krishna by glorifying him in the following way. Quote, O Lord Krishna, all glories unto you. You are present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. Therefore, you are known as Jananivash, one who lives in everyone's heart. Haribo. Krishna is very close to us. As I was saying that we should take some vow in the month of Kartik that bring us closer to the stage of surrendering to Krishna. We should dive deep into our sadhana. Whatever the attachment, that attachment has to be given up. As I was saying, take that vow that at least this month of Kartik, let me give 50% of my salary. I was amazed when they invite me to this Swaminarayan temple in Cyprus, north of Houston suburb. Only 50 family. They never go out to do any fundraising. Only 50 family, they decided that we will build this temple. It's worth more than, I think, $8 million. Only 50 family contributed. They never ask any money from anybody else. And they give 1 year or 2 years of salary. And still they are giving so much of their time. This is what it's required. The vow we should take is to purify our consciousness, purify our senses and mind by having the good thoughts. We should never think about anything bad about anybody. Keep your mind and heart clean. Don't talk negative thing, anything, and don't associate with those who have those qualities. Discriminate. Reduce your eating, reduce your sleeping, dedicate your activities to Krishna. Chant nicely, wake up 2 o'clock, 1:30 and chant holy name, month of Kartik. And we practice for 1 month nicely, then we will get convinced. You know, not that to try to show off that I'm a greater devotee, but only reason I'm gonna tell you this, that just see how Krishna, so many devotees write me, oh, we have these things is happening in our family. Oh, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm that. But you know, I always give priority to chanting. 2 o'clock, there is no other business. And you see, I never become sick. I don't have any anxiety. I live very peacefully, not to show up, but to see that if you dedicate your life, Krishna will take care of you millions of times better. That's my realization. I'm a very fallen person, but by mercy of Guru and Krishna somehow or other, I engage in the devotional practice in my life. And I can see the result. I may have some cough and cold, but I don't take any medicines and I recover nicely. And I have those incidents happen where I was extremely close to the death and Krishna protected. So please believe that if we do one thing right, surrender from our heart, not externally doing nice things or giving nice class or dressing the deity nicely or attend everyday Mangalarti or whatever it may be. But within our heart, the lamp of that burning desire should be that I want to dedicate my life for the pleasure of Krishna. And see Krishna take care of so nicely. So let's finish this as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Ruddha Desa Arjuna Tishtati. The Supreme Lord in his Paramatma future lives within everyone's heart. And this does not mean, however, that Krishna has no separate existence as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Mayavadi philosophers accept the all-pervading future of Parabrahman. But when Parabrahman or the Supreme Lord appears, they think that he appears under the control of the material nature. How they can think about like that for Lord Sri Krishna? They are totally misguided. Because Lord Krishna appeared as the son of Devaki, the Mayavadi philosopher accept Krishna to be an ordinary living entity who takes birth within this material world. Therefore, Sukadev Goswami wants them Devaki Janmavad, which means that although Krishna is famous as the son of Devaki, actually he is the super soul, all-pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead. The devotees, however, take this word Devaki Janmavad in a different way. The devotees understand that actually Krishna was the son of Mother Yasoda. Although Krishna first appeared as the son of Devaki, he immediately transferred himself to the lap of Mother Yasoda. And his childhood pastimes were blissfully enjoyed by Mother Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj. This fact was admitted by Vasudeva himself when he met Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda at the Kurukshetra. There was a nice exchange. When we read this, it's so wonderful. Vasudeva admitted that Krishna and Balram were actually the son of Mother Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj. Vasudeva and Devaki were only their official father and mother. Their actual father and mother were Nanda and Yasoda. Therefore, Sukadev Goswami described Lord Krishna as Devaki Janma Vad. It's 6:57. I think we should stop here on time. And I think we should dwell on it. This month is very nice to make advancement in spiritual life. Any sincere effort, increase to enhance our devotion, Krishna will multiply the benefit by thousands of times in this month. So if you have any desire to take austerity, increase your devotion, this is the month we should increase. And once you realize by increasing everything will work nicely, then you will convince that yes, just by keeping the shelter of Krishna in our life, have complete faith in Him, you will see that Krishna will unlimitedly protect you and your loved ones and give you an opportunity to come closer and closer to Him. Actually, by taking the austerity for Krishna, it is our good fortune. We should not live a happy material life. And we see that I always remember that most of our life goes on to adjust our material life. We want to improve our materialistic life. Just think about it. Be truthful to yourself. How much time are we spending to improve our material situation? Rather than if we even put 50% of the time, at least simple, wake up early in the morning and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra sincerely, attentively, and you will see that you don't have no interest on other thing. You will completely feel satisfied. And unless we feel satisfied within ourselves, all these attractions for these glittering material opulences will keep on attacking us. We want to have this that will make us happy. I want to have this to make us, but that dream will never come true. So this is the month, Prabhus, that I feel that, I have seen the benefit that Krishna is very, very kind. And we have been given total protections. Krishna will do anything to protect his devotees, but we have to become his devotees. Then he will do everything for us. So let's pray. I think that tomorrow I'll be moving to another place and I'm preparing to come back to Houston. I'm waiting to come so I can sit in my japa room. I have been missing my japa room for long and hankering to be sitting in my japa room and chanting again. But since we decided to hear the 8 times Hare, it has really put us at the different level. Really we feel connected to Srimati Radharani by hearing her wonderful name. And we need to have mercy of Radharani, and she will make the arrangement. She will make some, what you call, she will give the indication to Krishna, please accept him as your servant. And then you see our life will become totally different. And we will become, even though we live in the material world, we will remain detached, not to have any attachment, because this attachment will never be ours. No matter how close you see, nobody will be able to help you when the time comes to leave this world. Remember, nobody is our well-wisher. Not to put down anybody, but this is a fact. Only Krishna can protect us. So remain vigilant, give more and more time to the holy name. At least try to increase and remain fixed. Once you increase it, you don't want to go down. Just keep that level for 3 months and then slowly increase. So thank you very much for your kind association. I have no word of appreciating your association. If you don't have the Zoom call, I don't know how I have been chanting. I tried that for 30 years and never been successful. So slowly and slowly, some glimpse of light is we can see by the mercy of the holy name. So thank you very much. I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of this wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you very much.